Studio 47 here. I'm going to do another video. And this one is about how I got into outdoor life in November 1982. I got in the back door, not the front door, back door. And here's how this come about. The warden here, well, let me read it to you. It's dated November 1982. Here's the piece. Outdoor life. And here, this part. One for the warden. I can't hardly see the darn thing. There's the warden. Carmine. And look at that deer that he shot. Man, what a buck. Nice buck. So here's what it's about. And I lost this. Carmine gave it to me years ago, 20 years ago, and I lost it. Now he gave it to me again, and I misplaced it until the other day. We were taking recycling out, and Doris says, "Is this what you're looking for?" And yes, that's it. And there's a little note on the front of it. This little thing, and it says, "Skip, sorry this took so long, Carmine." Now, Carmine and I aren't the best of buddies, but we're not enemies or anything. Carmine never... he had a job to do, and he never hardly did anything wrong, you know. He never did anything to me. So he even waves to me, or hollers, "Skip," as he's going by. No problem. So anyway, here's the article. Some poachers may have led an outdoor lawman to the biggest buck of his life. That's how I got mentioned. That's me. That's who they're referring to. Carmine LaCava, New Jersey State Conservation Officer, deer hunter and woodsman, has established himself as a man with some definite ideas on how to put venison in the freezer. That's LaCava put his tag on 9 bucks in the past 9 years. This is a going backward. But both of them came from within shooting distance of well-traveled roads and all that. Last season, though, LaCava was in pursuit of a deer that surpassed all the others. It started out with a phone call. I received a message during small game season that some guys were illegally hunting deer in a certain area. I get mentioned again. They mention me all the time. I don't know. And I wasn't as bad as they make me out to be. Today they allow hunting on Sunday. They allow crossbows. What I used to do was bait the deer down in South Jersey, and it was legal at that time. And then they made it illegal, and you'd have to be a nut once you'd done it, and then don't do it. No, I never stopped. I just kept right on going. You know, that's what they're referring to me as an outlaw. Now they allow it all. The baiting is allowed. Hunting on Sundays allowed. Crossbows. God, they'll be throwing grenades out of the trees before you know it. I don't know what who cares? At this stage, who cares? Okay, getting back to the thing. He received the message that illegally hunting deer, that area is about a mile square. Half a big swamp and the rest oak and beech stands. Some spots are pretty thick and it's surrounded by corn and bean fields. I went in there out of uniform trying to find these guys and ran. What guys? He's looking for me. One guy, not an army, me. Okay, so I asked several of my deputies if they'd seen any deer of any size that would match the sign. Oh, we found the big tracks. One of my men had seen 2 big bucks and told me where he'd spotted them. Then it was just a matter of getting the okay to hunt. LaCava said he had to get permission. From who? From me? I don't know what he's referring to. Permission. Okay, they want everybody to get permission and stuff. Once he got the go-ahead from an aggressive landlord, an agreeable landowner, I don't know, maybe it was me. Maybe I agreed. I don't know. LaCava hunted during the winter bow and muzzleloader season that year, but never saw the bucks. He went to work the following spring scouting trails, creating a few stands on the edges of cover, led from the swamp thickets. And then by the time fall bow season rolled around, LaCava figured he was ready, but a scheduled trip threw him his scouting, and he had to go to Colorado or something and everything. Now, here's what happened with me. I was hunting in the woods and all. I went down the road and I seen this car parked. I started seeing signs that like where people had been walking. Someone had been walking, and I said, somebody back here and all. So now I'm down the road and there's a car parked. And I go over to, whose car is that? And I go over there. This old man used to live in a trailer down there. So, and now he was dead, and it was just a driveway in there, and secluded and all. And I looked at the car, and I looked in the back, and there's a box in there. And what's in the box? The compendium, a whole box full of them, from the Division of Fish and Game. It's the warden. Now, anybody with any brains, and I didn't go to kindergarten, but I, I figured it out. I says, sure, I ain't gonna do nothing wrong around here now with this guy. It's the warden over here. And anyway, Carmine tells this story. He, on a rainy day during the buck season, he asked for permission to go hunt instead of working. They're like the cops and all, But that's all. Carmine deserves to go hunt. There's no problem with that. No problem with it. I don't begrudge Carmine anything. I don't begrudge him this deer. No way. Anybody that he did his homework and but guess where he shot it? My tree is here, and over here, 20 yards away, is the tree that he picked out. He wasn't a dummy. He wasn't a dummy. Now, out of my tree there, I killed about, I think it was 3 bucks out of that tree. And Carmine killed this walloper. So anyway, I thought I'd tell you the story of how I got into outdoor life through the back door. Carmine killed that great big deer. Outdoor life. That's good. Good for Carmine. Okay, we'll stop it here, see how long this thing is and where we'll go next. Okay, that's okay. And I got about 6 minutes left. Boy, this going opposite drive you crazy. So, besides that, in that folder, I had an incident that happened when I was in the Navy years ago, and really years and years ago. And I mentioned it a couple of times that we were at sea and there was an incident. The carrier hit a destroyer and sunk it, and I was there that night. Well, you're in the service, you don't even know if everybody knows, if they keep it a secret or what. And then I'm pick up this Star Ledger, and here's what it said: a forgotten tragedy. And it been 60 years ago. 60 years ago this week, a rookie captain's blunder doomed a storied destroyer and sent 176 men to their deaths. And I told the story that I was there that night. The planes come over to attack us, and we had darkened ship. Anything pitch black. Anything leading outside, the lights go off and all. And the planes, we went to general quarters. The planes went back to land. I went down and go to lay down, maybe about 10 o'clock at night. And a guy came off the bridge and woke me up and says they want you on the bridge right away. The carrier hit a destroyer and sunk it. And they wanted me to light the carbon arc searchlight like you see at carnivals. And now our ship was moving real fast, and when we got there, we found no one. The carrier was lit up like a city, and in the morning it had a great big hole in the bow as big as our house here, and they backed it down, and we escorted it. One ship, us, escorted it back. We thought we were going to Brooklyn. Before we had to turn around, before we even seen a tug or anything, we had to turn around and catch up with the rest, and we had been escorting them for like 2 days. And so anyway, this piece in the paper, it's a forgotten tragedy, 60 years ago, and there was the piece. So that happened to me in life. As far as the hunting thing, like I said, I had some ethics and everything. I wasn't the best, the greatest, but I had some ethics, and I remember being our neighbor found 8. I read it in a paper in the home news. 8 neatly sawed off deer legs. They wanted to stop hunting in Monroe Township. 8 neatly sawed off deer legs. I says, oh my God, that's me. That's me. She's talking about, she's at a council meeting. She's talking about me. So that's Saturday. I was fox hunting, and the warden pulled in there to her house, and well, she didn't own the house. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to let her intimidate me. When he came out, driving out, I stopped him. I stepped out of the bushes and I stopped him. I said, what's she complaining about? The 8 neatly sawed off deer legs? And I said to him, how many deer were shot in the state of New Jersey? At that time it was 12,000. Now it's 60,000, I suppose. But 12,000. I says, most of them, my figure, most of them had 4 legs. That's 8 times 4 is what? 32,000 legs. What's the big deal about 8? I killed these deer legally, and that was it. Okay, that's the story. But they allow everybody to do whatever they please now. You don't have to check the deer in, or you do have to check it. You make a phone call. Like the honor system. That ought to work real good. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they know what they're doing. Okay, bye. Okay, I got a minute left yet. You guys let me do that multiplication there. I can't be trusted at 80 years old. 12,000 deer. Most of them have 4 legs, not 8 legs, 4 legs. So that'd be 12, 24, 36, 48. 48,000 legs. I'd come out with 32,000 legs. I don't know. We got 16,000 legs missing or something. So make sure you keep an eye on me that I keep things correct. 48,000 legs. And of course, when I come out with that over the top of my head, the warden, he thought I didn't let her intimidate me. Okay, bye.